Hello everyone, my name is Rohan Poddar and welcome to another INSEE tutorial video for IPSDB 1.0. Today we are going to discuss different equipment modules available in the IPSDB. As you can see, I've already added some control modules. Like control modules, to add an equipment module, you need to click on Edit button, fill in the details of the equipment module, and then select the correct category, and then click Add. IPSDB provides 8 equipment modules, namely PID to control one control variable, PID2OP to control two control variables, PID3OP to control three control variables. DDS stands for duty standby, and it will allow you to control 3 pumps, fans, or routes in duty standby configuration. You have DS, stands for duty standby. It will allow you to control 2 pumps, fans, or routes in duty standby configuration. HC controller stands for hysteresis controller. PWM is a pulse width modulation controller, and route lets you create pre-configured routes for your process. So now let's create one equipment module of each type, starting with PID. Okay, so I am going to create a flow controller, FC01, to control P01 outlet flow controller. Okay, and then I'm going to select PID as my equipment module. You will see it is asking you for a process variable. Since I've got 2 transmitters configured, flow transmitter and a level transmitter, you need to select the correct one for your PID controller. In this case, I'm going to select FT001, and my pump being control is P01. So I'm going to select P01 and click Add. And that's it. It is done. Okay, so next one, I'm going to create PID2OP. I'm going to call it FC02, and this is going to be P02 and P03 outlet flow controller. And I'm going to select PID2OP as a category. I'm going to leave the process variable as FD001, and I'm going to select control variable 1 as P02 and control variable 2 as P03 because it is controlling the outlet flow of these 2 pumps. Select Add, and that's it. Similarly, I'm going to create another flow controller, FC03, for P04, P05, and P06 outlet flow controller. Okay, I'm going to select the category as PID3OP. My process variable will remain the same, and this time I'm going to select 4, 5, and 6 and click Add. So the 3 controllers for PID are added. Okay, now let's create a duty standby controller called GDS01. Okay, and this is going to be P04, P05, and P06 controller. Okay, and I'm going to select category as GDS, and the 3 pumps are going to be 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I'm going to select the duty time for 6 hours, and then I'm going to click Add. Let's create another one, and this time I'm going to create DS01, stands for duty standby controller 01, and this is going to control pump 02 and pump 03 controller. Okay, select the category as DS and select pump 1 as P02, pump 2 as P03. Duty time, I'm going to select 6 hours and click add. Okay, now let's create hysteresis controller. I'm going to call it LC01, and this is going to be tank T1 level controller. Okay, and I'm going to have HC as a level controller for tank T1. And this time I'm going to use one of the DOL pumps. So that is going to be P07. Okay, and I'm going to leave the on condition delay and off condition delay to its default values. Click add, and you are redirected to LC01 configuration. Okay, so here I'm going to click edit. This is going to let me add the start conditions and stop condition for the HC controller. So I'm going to select LC to LT, my apologies, 01 stands for lever transmitter. And if the level in the tank T1 is less than or equal to 50%, then I want to start the pump. Okay, and let's have a look at stop condition. I want to stop the pump when the level is greater than maybe 90%. Okay, start. Okay, add. And that's it. Your HC controller is configured. Okay, let's go back to items page. If you want to go back and edit the level controller, you just need to select that and press edit, and it will take you back to the configuration page where you can edit it. Okay, let's add the next controller. That is going to be PWM controller. And I'm going to call it PWM01. And this is going to control P08 controller. Okay, I'm going to select PWM as a category and select P08 as my control variable. I'm going to leave the on-duty time and off-duty time as default. The PWM controller basically switches on the control variable and keeps it on for the on-duty time, and then switches it off and keeps it switched off for the duration of off-duty time. Okay, let's click add. And now that controller is added in your project. Okay, and now the final one is the root. I'm going to call it R101, and I'm going to say root from tank T1 to tank T2. Okay, and I'm going to select the category as root. It is going to ask you the pump for the root. So you can configure a root as long as you have at least one pump and at least one valve in your root. Okay, so I'm going to select P8 and click add. And then the root valve is going to be B01, and I want this valve to be open when I want to open the root. Okay, and when I want to close the root, I want this valve to be closed, and then you click add. Similarly, I want valve 2 to be closed when the root is open, and I want it to stay closed when the root is closed. Okay, so I will leave it as it's closed. Okay, and click add. Now I've added 2 valves in my root along with my first pump, right? So you can add up to 100 valves as a part of your root. So that makes it very flexible. Okay, let's go back. If you want to edit the root again, then all you have to do is select the root and click on edit, and it will take you to the root configuration page for that particular root. Okay, And that covers all of the equipment modules that IPSDB has to offer. That's all for this tutorial video. In the next video, I will cover how to configure set points management system, recipe management systems, permissive, and interlocks. Thank you for watching. See you next time.